Hi, Michael. Hi, Martin. How are you both?
Hi, Josh.
Hi,
Doing well?
Josh. Very well, thank you.
Lovely to be able to speak to you both for this series. I had a great time watching it, and I wanted to start with you, Michael, because when we first meet David, he's incredibly eager to prove himself. So I'm curious what you most enjoyed about taking him on this journey we see throughout the series, particularly as we head into those later episodes and how he develops.
Yeah, well, I think this show for David this season, it's about um, uh, David becoming someone who is comfortable in his own skin, someone who knows who he is, someone who is able to overcome fear. Um, and that's something that I think we get to dive into pretty deeply through his relationships with his father, with his brother, with his family. Once he enters the castle and starts hanging out with King Saul, I think him navigating and learning about all of these people, and then ultimately learning about God and how that inspires him to take on uh, one of the most powerful foes he will ever meet.
Awesome. And, Martin, given that you already tower over the majority of people, and the fact you've got this incredible bodybuilding background as well, would you say that went a long way in maybe giving you the confidence to come into this series and play this literal giant among men that obviously Goliath is?
Yeah, I think so. I think when you can already kind of feel the character's physicality, that gives you a vantage point for sure. But I think for me, having the opportunity with the previous two shows and the film that I shot, it kind of set this up awesomely for me. Playing Flammer in Those About to Die and Shao Kahn in Mortal Kombat, two humongous figures in their own rights. To then top it off and to have the opportunity to play Goliath was kind of stepping stone to the ultimate bad guy, if that's a word we can use to represent him. I think going back to your initial point, that the physicality of Goliath is known by millions and millions, and there is only a certain few that could probably pull these type of characters off. Even with all the CGI and the ability to change the shape and so on, I live with this size day to day, so it's kind of a natural feel, which definitely helped.
Yeah, and having just come off, as you say, a huge franchise like Mortal Kombat, did that prepare you in some ways to come in and tell this obviously just as important, incredible biblical tale as well?
100%. I think that the more opportunities you get to partake in films with such magnitude as Mortal, and then to come onto the set of House of David, it's being an actor is an ever learning process. Um, and there's definitely elements of Shao that I brought to this role. Not so much who he was, just the preparation for the scenes, and I think ultimately being portrayed as the bad guy in pretty much 90% of the shows that I'd say 100% of the shows that I get the opportunity to be in. You learn traits and ways and looks, and sometimes one look can say 1,000 words, and there's definitely a few of those looks in this show that David gets for sure.
And talking of those, Michael, as we get a glimpse in the first episode and obviously later episodes, this battle between these two, what did you enjoy about the physicality and building up to that, and then sharing those days on set with Martin?
Well, I mean, one of my favorite things about filming with Martin, not only was it getting to face off against Goliath, but it was the moments in between takes and the different chats that we had, and learning about Martin and his work ethic and um, his personality and the advice that he would give me. Um, that was one of my favorite things about filming with him and learning how hard he works. I heard that he ate like an entire chicken a day and like these 12 eggs, and I was like, man, anybody who could stuff down that, like, that is insane. But it was inspirational for me. Um yeah.
So yeah, so fair to say he helped prepare you for some of the action David sees a little later on in the show.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, seeing a man of that stature, I feel like I have to step up my game, you know?
I think we definitely worked well together. There was an easy relationship. And what I really enjoyed working alongside Michael was that he was there for you as the other actor. You know, he's off camera and he still gave you the energy that you needed. Um, and that's so important. I think as you go through your career as an actor, you realize what a good partner is and what not. And when you don't have a good partner, and when someone puts 100% in, the camera's not on their face, it really helps. It really helps sell the scene, especially for the magnitude of David and Goliath. And you know, if you've just got someone stood there reading effortlessly and just completely out of the scene, it's very hard to give the energy back. So I think there's definitely a mutual respect. And that's ultimately what this is about in this game. You know, the more that Michael can shine, the more that I can shine, the more the film shines, and that's all we want to do. We want to try and bring the best version of this story to the audience.
Awesome. Well, you guys definitely did that, and I cannot wait for people to see you. So thank you so much for taking the time. It's been a real pleasure speaking to you both.
Thank you so much, Josh. Have a great day, buddy.
You too. Thanks, guys.
Take care. Bye bye.